Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I appreciate you guys take your time and tuning into my YouTube channel. So I'm back again with another video. In today's video, we're gonna be doing a revisit. So basically on a revisit is when we actually go back to one of the products that we unboxed and reviewed on this channel, and then we actually see how it's doing today. So the product that we're gonna be revisiting today is this guy here. This is an HP EliteBook 1030 G2 x360. So this is one of the notebook that I reviewed about 2 years ago. I think it was about June 2018, and I should say this is one of the most exciting notebook that I have ever reviewed on my channel, except for the notebook. Okay, I'm joking. So but the reason I'm saying that is because this is an enterprise business notebook that you can get in the market, and it's encompassed with most of the features that we actually need in the business game today. So for those who didn't see that video back in the days, I'm gonna link it in the description section below, or I'm gonna link it here on the call out, so you can click here to go and watch that video. When you get there, don't forget to like that video, and then you can come back and join us on this one. So let's jump right into it. So basically this is a nice, well-designed machine. I'm a big fan of HP machines. If you can check, I've done I think most of the HP business laptop on this channel. So this is one of the nicely designed, slim, lightweight notebooks that HP has made. So I'm saying that because this one has a metal finish. So this is not a plastic, it's actually a durable military metal that has surrounded this guy here. And I like the fact that it's actually light in weight. Even this metal is light in weight. This weighs about 1.27 kilogram, and it hasn't changed the size even today. Even though it has so much data inside, it still weighs the same. So this machine has about 13.3 inch display, and it's a 1080p display, unfortunately. However, on this option you can actually get an option to choose a 4K display. If you are in videos like me, you could have chosen a 4K display. That's going to be great for you to do your video edits if you are in videos. And this one has 256 nits, which is not that much, but however you can still work with it because it's a business machine. Most of us will work indoors. So basically having 256 nits will actually make it a little bit difficult for you to work outdoors, because there will be too much light, so the screen won't be able to absorb the light and give you visibility for what's displayed on your screen. So basically that's what it means to have less nits on the display. So it will be a challenge if you're exposed to too much light. But most of us today we're working from home, and there are a few of us who are working in the offices, which shouldn't be a problem. So this one has a gloss display. Yeah, it's fine, it's great. It would be nice if it was a 4K, but I'm not complaining about it. So basically it has a small compact size keyboard, like, you know, which is nice and fit enough for this size of the laptop. It has a touch pad here. It's not as big as the one that you find on the MacBook. The one on the MacBook is actually big, but this one is fine. It's responsive and all those kind of things. What I like about this keyboard, it is backlit, which means it allows you to switch it on at the bottom for you to actually see even though you are in the dark. So you can try to reduce your brightness on the screen, and then you can turn on the backlight on the laptop keyboard. So it also has dedicated phone call buttons on the keyboard. So basically if you are receiving a Skype or Teams call, you can actually answer or decline by clicking on the button on the keyboard without having to actually navigate to the application itself, decline or answer. You can actually do it from the button, which is actually very, very great. And another thing that I want to look into quickly is the security features. Because this is a business enterprise notebook, you actually find it encompassed with a lot of security features. Let's start with one that actually is my favorite. It's what we call Windows Hello. Windows Hello allows you to enroll your face, which is called facial recognition. It's more like Face ID for those who are using iPhones. So you basically enroll your face, and then you're gonna use it to actually unlock your phone. So basically by enrolling your face, by looking at the infrared cameras that it has there, it scans your face, and then if it recognizes it, it will actually unlock. What I like is just the same way as it works on the Face ID. When you grow your beard like me, this thing is actually learning that yes, your beard is growing. When you put in your glasses, it still unlocks your laptop. So another security feature, it's a full fingerprint scanner. Back in the days, HP used to come with those like a stripe type of a infrared sensor that you use to scan your fingerprint, which it had a lot of errors. So today they're using a full fingerprint, which has, I think, 1.2 somewhere there accuracy, which means by just putting your finger there, it's able to scan fast and unlock the laptop if the finger that you're using is the one that you enroll. And then of course you'll still get the capability of using your password, because this is a Windows machine. You'll have your password, and you can also do a pin, which I actually find the pin more effective than having to type your password, because the password has to carry serious complexity. And another thing that we want to look into quickly is actually the ports. So this machine is housed with many ports, with the few which are not there, and those ones I think they're the one that your machine should work on and operate without. So let's start from the right hand side of the laptop, my right hand side here. So the first port that you find in here, this is a power plug port where you actually plug in. It has a light indicator next to it, so once it's plugged in and charging, if the battery is low, it will show orange, but that will be indicating that yes, the battery is low and it's charging. But once it turns white, it means that it's fully charged or it's plugged in. Then the next port that you find in there is the full size 3.0 USB, so it's quite fast. And then you have a full size HDMI port where you can plug in your HDMI cable to your display. And then the next port that you find in there, this is the Kingston laptop lock port. So basically, if you want to lock your laptop against your desk, your table, your workstation, this is where you're actually gonna plug that laptop lock cable here. And then it has a USB-C port. This can use for data transfer, and you can also use it, it's a Thunderbolt, so you can actually use it to charge this laptop. I've been using the Mac charger to actually charge this, and it's been working perfectly because the Mac adapter has more power than the charging adapter that comes with this guy. And the last port that you're finding here, this is for your micro SD. So if you want to have data that you have on your SD card, you can actually get it connected in here. You can transfer between the laptop and the SD card and the next device that you want to transfer into. And the next thing that you find in here is the power button, which has a light indicator that's constantly flashing. This means the laptop is on but not in use. Once the laptop is turned on and is being used, this light will remain steady to show that it's in use, and you can actually get to switch it off if you need to. And then the next button, port that you find in here, it's a USB 3.0 as well, and then you have an audio jack 3.5 milli jack, and then you have a volume rocker. So volume down, volume up, you can actually use this to reduce and increase the volume. And then the next port that you find in here, this is what we call in a this is an LTE port where you put in your 4G SIM card. So you can put in your 4G SIM card here so that you get connected while you're on the go. And the last port here, like I said, this is a business enterprise machine. This is where you put in your smart card. So let's look into the internal specification of this laptop. So I'm gonna focus on the three main things which we mostly look into when you buy the laptop. So when we bought this machine, we first received the specification to say this machine is going to come in with, firstly, it's going to come with 256 gig SSD storage, which we were okay with this, thumbs up. And then the second one was the processor. It was Core i5 7th generation. It was okay for 2018. Yes, thumbs up, we agree to that. And then the other thing that they said is going to come in, it's 4 gig RAM. So that's the memory sense that it came with, and no, we were not okay with that. But we ended up accepting the machine, thinking that, well, we're not gonna be heavy on this machine, it should be fine to work on it. And we accepted it, and it's purchased together with the other one that's similar to it. But today the story is not the same. So this machine started to hang and all those kind of things. As the machine keeps on getting updates and all those kind of things, Microsoft updating their products, application and all those kind of things, it became difficult for this machine to actually carry that load. So the challenge with this is you cannot actually upgrade the RAM on this machine in particular. So the RAM that comes with this, the one that you're gonna be stuck with, because the memory chip is actually embedded and soldered into the motherboard. So it makes it difficult for you to actually upgrade it. So it means that you are stuck with that. So I wanna say this, there is no such thing as a laptop made for, I'm just gonna use it for Word, just for reading my emails, for browsing the net, for PowerPoint, for Excel, for Office 365 application. It's just gonna be doing my assignment. Today I'm telling you there is no such. There is no such. Today, those little applications that seems to be light, they demand a lot of resources. It gets to a point whereby when you open this machine, some application, when you open them, before they can become usable, they'll start by saying not responding. You have to wait for a minute or 2 or 3 or so before they actually become usable. And then when you actually look at the task manager, and the most used resources which is spiking up is the memory. Unfortunately, you cannot upgrade it. You can try to go to the system properties and then increase the paging file, the memory, whatever. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. It's not helping. As much as you have Core i5 solid state drive, which are known to be fast, not having sufficient memory is still gonna frustrate. Trust me, don't believe it when they say it's just for Word, it's gonna be simple. Yeah, today you'll find that your Word requires 1 gig of RAM. So just imagine if you are working on your assessment and you need to use Word, and then on the other hand you have to open a browser, and then you need an ebook that you need to reference to, and then the 3 products also require enough and sufficient resources for you to get your work done, and then the machines keep on telling you what is not responding. It's gonna frustrate you. So it's something that you need to look into in the long run to say, yes, today it might be okay, but what's gonna happen in future when you actually get software upgrades and all those kind of things? Will that machine still be relevant? Will the machine still be usable? Come to think about it, with all these fancy features that it has, this machine, you can actually use it in the form of a tablet. But how far can you go with that? It has nice bezels and all those things. They've done enough fans and all those kind of things, but they are not sufficient for you to actually carry on those heavy tasks on this thing. So I understand you can start browsing the web and all those kind of things, but it seems like it's the only one task that you can do at a time. So what happens when you have to do multiple tasks at the same time? You cannot, and that's not a good thing. So my advice, my recommendation is, yes, something might look okay, might have other features that looks fine and interesting and all those kind of things, but so let's not forget the main function and the purpose of this thing. The main purpose of this thing is not for it to be unlocked by a face or to become a tablet and use fingerprint and all those kind of things. The main purpose of this thing is for it to be functional, responsive, and it must be reliable. It should be something that, yes, I know my laptop, when I open it, is going to do 1 to 3, so and so. Don't end up getting used to the norm to say, yeah, I know it will take 5 minutes. No, a right laptop must be able to respond when you need it to respond. So don't buy it because it looks nice, it's fancy, it's light and all those kind of things. Buy it because it's going to be able to help you do your work. So that has been my experience with this laptop, guys. I don't know what you guys think. If there's any question that you have, please drop them on the comment section below and we're going to discuss this together. Let me also mention that on the very same option of HP EliteBook x360 1030G2, you can still find in the 8 gig RAM version, 16 gig, I think it gets up to 32, and then you can find a Core i7. So I'll recommend for you to get that if you're interested on the lightweight machine, which is convertible like this one, that you can use it as a tablet. However, don't buy a 4 gig RAM. At least get an 8 if price is a problem. But yes, so that has been it on this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will definitely see you on my next video. Bye.